Hello everybody, welcome to another video on the channel. Today I am going to be making an election prediction for another potential 2024 matchup. This one between current Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor of South Dakota, Kristi Noem. And I do believe that Joe Biden will run, but the scenario would be if he does not decide to run for a second term and the Vice President Kamala Harris decides to run instead. And of course, also in this scenario, Kristi Noem would also have to get the Republican nomination over like DeSantis, Pence, and possibly even Trump. So this one's not as realistic as the last one. I really think that Biden and DeSantis will be the matchup, but this one is another potential matchup. So let's go ahead and do it. Make a prediction for it. Starting out with the states that are safe for either candidate: Washington, Oregon, California, Harris's home state, Hawaii, New Mexico, but not Colorado, not New Mexico, Illinois, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, D.C., New York, and Vermont, and also Maine's 1st Congressional District for Kristi Noem, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, North Dakota, South Dakota, Noem's home state. And then we've got Nebraska, although Nebraska's not 1st but 2nd Congressional District is going to be still a toss-up here. And then Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and then West Virginia. Alright, so just with the states that are safe for either candidate, we're at 190 for Kamala Harris and 112 for Kristi Noem. Alright, likely states: Alaska and South Carolina for Kristi Noem. Yeah, I think that Alaska, it's becoming more liberal. Maybe in 2028 or 2032, we could potentially see a Democrat win in Alaska, but I don't think in 2024. Same thing with South Carolina, although there is a large African American community there, so maybe the African Americans in the future could break for the Democrats and give them the win in the state, but I think for now, the Republicans will still win it. In Virginia as well, that's going to go to Kamala Harris. In 2016, you would have said that would be a leans to the Democrats, not a likely. It was a battleground, but now it's become so much more liberal. So, with the D.C. suburbs really breaking for the Democrats by a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to have Harris winning there. And also, Ohio and Iowa, they're going to go to Kristi Noem by likely margins. She's got that Midwestern appeal. Iowa kind of right near South Dakota, so she could appeal to some voters in Iowa. Kind of same thing with Ohio. Got that Midwestern, industrial Midwest appeal. Although she's from South Dakota, which isn't really the industrial Midwest, she still kind of got that appeal. So that's one of the reasons why she could be a strong candidate, especially here in the Midwest. So look for her to improve on Trump's numbers in the Midwest in this election prediction. And then I'm also going to say that, all right, leans, let's say that likely to New Mexico for Harris, although a lot of Latino voters ended up voting for Trump in 2020. I believe that, New Mexico does have a large population of Latinos, but I believe that in this election prediction, uh, most of them will probably break for Harris. Also, Maine at large, and then Maine's second congressional district, Maine at large, to Harris, of course, and Maine's second congressional district to Maine's second congressional district will go to Noem, and then Nebraska's second congressional district to Harris. All right, leans. The Republicans should win Texas and Florida. I was thinking about making Texas. I also want to say New Hampshire up here is a likely for Harris too, but Texas and Florida are both leans margins for Kristi, Noem, and Florida's becoming more conservative. Texas is becoming less conservative, but will still, Noem will probably still hold on there. Although there is a large African American community in Texas, so maybe Harris could energize those voters. But I really think that overall, Noem's going to do better in Texas than Harris. I think that I think that Biden, if Trump is the nominee, the Republican nominee, could definitely flip this state. In fact, he probably will flip this state. But in this election prediction, I don't really think so. Just because Harris is not nearly as strong as Biden. But maybe if it were Biden, then this would flip. All right. Minnesota, I've got that going to Kamala Harris by a leans margin. It did go to Hillary Clinton by a leans margin in 2016. That's kind of like the disaster situation for the Democrats in this state. So I really don't think that the Republicans have a chance to win it here, especially in 2016, like everything that could have gone wrong did. So I really don't think, unless it's like 2016, that Minnesota's gonna flip. All right, let's see here. I'll say that in North Carolina, I'll say that it's a tilt margin for. No, I'll say it's a leans margin for Republicans, although it's becoming more liberal. Maybe the African American community comes out to vote and breaks for the Democrats, but I believe that in this scenario, North Carolina voters would slightly prefer Noem over Harris. Arizona leans for Noem. Believes that Noem can win Arizona. I believe that the Republicans have a decent chance at winning Arizona. Georgia is probably gonna be more liberal than Arizona is, just because, like, if you look at how far to the left Georgia has swung from 2016 to 2020, from 2012 to 2016. So it really should swing to the left again, probably by 2 or 3 points. So that's why I think that Georgia is still a toss-up here, but Arizona will go to it'll go to Noem in a leans. Also in a leans, probably Nevada. I'm going to say in a tilt. No, yeah. In a tilt, Nevada goes to Harris. In the past 2 elections, Nevada has been a lot closer than people said. And I believe that in some of my election predictions, I actually had Nevada as a likely state, but really it was almost a tilt state. So I've got Harris winning this in a tilt margin, just because Joe Biden is much more favorable than Harris is, and I really don't think that a lot of people like Harris as much as they like Biden. I don't know if people like her enough to vote for her, but I believe that in a lot of these states, you'll see dramatic swings to the right just because it's Harris and it's not Biden in this election prediction. All right, Michigan. Let's go, Leans. Democrat for Michigan, 3-point difference here on the electoral vote count. 248 to 245, and these last three states will decide it. But yeah, Michigan should again break for the Democrats. All right, Wisconsin. In a tilt, it's gonna go to Noem again. Noem's got kind of that industrial Midwest appeal. She's got that Midwest appeal. So yeah, she should be able to get Wisconsin, flipping the state. That's her second flip of this election. So she's flipped more states than Harris has. Harris has not flipped any states. But all she has to do is hold on to these two states. If Noem wins either one of them, then Noem will win. And we can start by saying that yes, I believe that Harris will hold on to the state of Georgia. I think that we will see kind of a dramatic swing again, probably 2 or 3 points in favor of the Democrats again. So this could end up being kind of almost like a 4-point margin here in Georgia. I mean, that could be like the new norm. I don't know about in this scenario, but I really do think that Georgia is getting a lot more liberal, which is why I have it going to Kamala Harris when really every other state around it has swung to the right. So this is gonna be one of the states that actually swings to the left in this scenario. Also, in the state of Pennsylvania, I have Harris winning. I feel like 2-point margin for Biden wasn't bad, and even if it does swing to the right a little bit, I don't think the Democrats should be too worried about it. I believe that they can get this state back. It could, I mean, like these tilt states could go anyway. Either way, Nevada, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. But this is just how I see it playing out right now, and those very close states will give Kamala Harris the victory. Kamala Harris will become the first first female president and only the second African American president. So if Harris were to be elected, it would be a very historic moment. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below what you think would happen in this scenario, and also always feel free to suggest another video. I did put a poll in the discussion about like what you'd like to see more of on the channel, so you can fill that out if you want. But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.